I stopped saving money. And it turned out to be one of the best financial decisions I've ever made. It might sound irresponsible, maybe even dangerous. But the truth is, saving, at least the way most people do it, no longer works. Let me explain. When you leave your money sitting in a savings account, you're not protecting it. You're watching it lose value. Inflation is eating away at your hard-earned cash. Last year, what you could buy with $100 might only cost you $94 today. And next year, maybe even less. In this video, I'm going to show you why traditional saving is keeping people broke, how I changed my entire approach, and what I do instead to grow my money without gambling or taking big risks.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain.
Why saving money doesn't work anymore.
Let's talk about why saving money doesn't work like it used to. For most people, the idea of saving feels safe. You earn, you save, and over time, you should have more. But in reality, that's not what happens anymore. Here's the problem. Inflation is higher than the interest your bank gives you. You might earn 1 or 2% from a savings account, but prices are rising by 3, 4, or even 5% per year. That means your money is growing slower than the cost of living. So even if you think you're being responsible by saving, you're actually losing buying power. Quietly. Every single day. People save because they're afraid to lose money. But ironically, they're already losing it, just slowly, and without realizing it. Let me give you an example. Imagine you saved $10,000 in a basic savings account for 10 years. With low interest and steady inflation, that money might only buy what $8,000 can buy today. Now compare that with investing the same amount in a low-risk index fund over 10 years. Historically, that could grow to $15,000 or even $20,000, depending on the market. That's not gambling. That's choosing growth over erosion. In the next part, I'll explain when saving actually makes sense, and when it's just holding you back.
The real purpose of saving.
Now, let's be clear. Saving still matters. But only when it has a specific purpose. There are 2 good reasons to keep money in savings. First, your emergency fund. This should cover 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses, things like rent, groceries, transportation, and utilities. It's not for vacations or investments. It's your financial airbag, in case life throws a curveball. Second, planned expenses in the near future. If you know you'll need to pay rent, a car loan, or insurance in the next 6 to 12 months, it makes sense to set that money aside in cash. It protects you from having to sell investments at the wrong time. But beyond that, your money should not be sitting still. Here's a simple way to think about it. Your money is like an employee. If you let it sit in a savings account doing nothing, it's unemployed. That's a wasted resource. But when you invest it, your money starts working for you, even while you sleep. It earns, compounds, and grows over time. It works nights, weekends, holidays, without ever asking for a raise. So yes, saving is important. But only for short-term safety. After that, your money needs to be active. Because idle money is shrinking money. Up next, I'll walk you through exactly how I manage my money, what I save, what I invest, and how I make each dollar do something useful.
What I do instead.
So if I don't just save my money, what do I do instead? Here's my actual system. Simple, realistic, and built to grow. First, I keep a cash buffer, about 10 to 20% of my income. This covers emergencies, small repairs, and unexpected expenses. It sits in a high-yield savings account so it's safe and accessible, but not doing nothing. Next, I automate my investments. 50 to 60% of my income goes straight into long-term assets, mostly low-cost index funds like the S&P 500 or global ETFs. This builds wealth quietly in the background, without me having to time the market. Then, I set aside a learning budget, about 5 to 10%. This goes into books, courses, or tools that help me improve my skills, especially those that can increase my income. Investing in yourself is often more powerful than any stock. After that, I have what I call small bet capital, around 5%. This is play money I use to experiment with new ideas. Things like testing a small online business, trying a peer-to-peer lending platform, or supporting a startup. It keeps me curious without risking my future. And finally, there's my freedom fund. This is where the rest goes, a mix of investments aimed at specific goals, early retirement, big trips, or even just peace of mind. Everything here is intentional and long-term. Each of these categories has a clear purpose. My money isn't just sitting around hoping to be useful. It's already working, every dollar with a job, every cent with a mission. Coming up next, I'll show you the one mistake most people still make, even after they start investing.
Where most people still go wrong.
Even after understanding the importance of investing, there's one mistake I still see far too often. People put all their money into one place. It might be all cash in a savings account, or all stocks with no emergency buffer, or everything in a single asset class they don't fully understand. That's a dangerous game. Here's a better way to think about it. I call it the ladder approach. Imagine each type of savings or investment as a step on a ladder. The first step is your cash buffer, safe, stable, easy to reach. The second step is your short-term needs, planned expenses in the next few months. Then, you step up to productive assets, long-term investments that grow over time. Each level has a purpose. Each level builds on the last. The goal is not to stay on the first step forever, but to climb intentionally, with balance and strategy. Saving is just the starting point. It's not the destination. Next, we'll wrap this all up and bring it back to the question that started it all.
Closing conclusion.
Saving money alone won't make you rich, but using your money wisely can change your future. Take a moment to ask yourself, why are you saving? Is it for safety, for comfort, or simply because that's what you've always been told to do? If you're ready to move beyond outdated money habits and into strategies that actually build wealth, you're not alone. Leave a comment if you're also done with traditional saving and ready for smarter strategies that make your money work harder for you. I stopped saving the traditional way and started growing instead. That's how real wealth is built. So let me ask you, what are you doing with your money right now? Are you saving it, investing it, or just letting it sit? If you found this helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more strategies that actually grow your wealth.
Way back a year ago